Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt and today we are continuing on with March Marvel Madness. This is the month of March where I am going through Monday through Friday a review on all of the MCU movies. This is the last week of the MCU movies. On Friday you will see a definitive list of my rankings of all of the movies, and today we are doing the movie Ant-Man. Okay, so Ant-Man is the only MCU movie that I waited months and months and months to see. I just watched it for the first time last night, so this is the first time I'm speaking about it to anybody, or no one technically is watching me right now, so please bear with me. Here's what I'll say about Ant-Man, is I think that it is a very smart move on Marvel's side to cast Paul Rudd in a lead character movie and make it kind of family oriented, because I think that reaches a demographic that was a little unreachable before. Paul Rudd is like the middle-aged mom's wet dream. People love Paul Rudd. There's something about him that is like so attractive to people like me, but also to like my mom. She loves Paul Rudd. She would think about going to see this movie. I think she did go see this movie. There's so many people that I know who have just seen Ant-Man and not really been versed in the whole universe. So I think that was a really good move on Marvel's point. And also, at the heart of it, it's a family movie. This is kind of a really, it's the age of the genre MCU movies where you see the political thriller, you see, this is kind of like a heist film, really is what it is, that's kind of buried in a family film. And I think that's really smart. Make everything feel different, but they all connect to each other somehow. I think Scott Lang and the characters are really interesting. He's very funny, he's charismatic, he's also really smart. I wish they would have played on that a little bit more. I mean, he has a master's in mechanical engineering, I believe. And I feel like they should have played that up a little bit more. You have Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, and you have Evangeline Lilly as his daughter Hope. And I liked that dynamic between those two. I liked how it was very like almost uncomfortable at times to watch because of this rift between them. I thought that was really good. I think that it's believable to see Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyke be attracted to each other. I think that's completely in the realm of possibility. I love seeing Bobby Cannavale and Judy Greer as the stepdad and mom of the little girl. I love Judy Greer. I think she's a very underrated actress. I'm sad to see that she's kind of relegated to this role in this universe. I would have loved to see her, I don't know, in a bigger role in a different movie, I guess. But I love Judy Greer, so I'm glad she got this. And it's always nice seeing her face on my screen. I think the real standout though is going to be Michael Pena, and then his other two played by T.I. and a guy I don't actually know. I think for those three together, I think they really work well and they kind of make it feel more of a Marvel film. And I think that Michael Pena is outstanding as this character, and I think probably 95% of my laughs in this film come from Michael Pena. I think he does a great job. I hope that he has a pretty decent role in Ant-Man and Wasp coming out next year or the year after. In my opinion, I do think that Michael Pena makes the movie because Corey Stoll, I like Corey Stoll. He was the reason why House of Cards Season 1 was so good in my opinion. I did not like him as the villain in this movie. I think the villain was weak. I don't think that his whole thing made sense to me, and it felt at times that this movie was choppy, which was not my favorite, but I think that the highs in this movie do save it. Michael Pena, I think that Paul Rudd as Scott Lang is really charming and he's likable and you want to watch him more. And you get that I really like the scene between him and Sam Wilson as Falcon. I think that's really good. I think it's a great way to tie his character into Civil War coming up. And I like it because we haven't seen too much of Falcon. We really only saw him in Winter Soldier and a little bit in Age of Ultron, barely anything. And I think that this little spotlight on him was really nice and well earned in my opinion. Also, this was the first of the Marvel films, I think, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this was the first time, well, they had their mid-credit scene, which teased Wasp in the next film, which I think is great. I think Evangeline Lilly is a great action star, and I think she's gonna be perfect. And then it ends with the end credit scene as a small little part of a scene that's actually in Civil War. Typically, all of these end-credit scenes, mid-credit scenes, are things that aren't actually in other movies. It's like a tease to something. You don't see it as a scene in another movie. And this one, it teased Ant-Man's involvement in Civil War, which was really interesting. I really liked it. Overall, the movie is solid. I enjoyed it for sure. It's not incredibly high on my list. I will say that I will see Ant-Man and Wasp probably opening weekend. I don't know why I waited so long to watch this movie. For some reason, it wasn't as interesting to me. I did think it was weird because right when this movie was coming out, people were really like not thinking it was gonna make very much money and that it was gonna be like the first real MCU bomb. I didn't think so. I knew Paul Rudd could carry a film, and I knew he was gonna get those middle-aged women in there, because they'll see anything Paul Rudd's in. They really will. And I mean, I think it made around 50 to 60 million opening weekend, which is great for Ant-Man, especially after you have Age of Ultron and all of these heavy hitters and Captain America Civil War or Captain America Winter Soldier, all of that, Iron Man 3. So overall, happy with the movie. It could have definitely been better. I think that the villain was a waste. It's one of my least favorite. I think I would rank it down there as like, yeah, I don't know, it's down there. I don't want to think of that pool of villains at all. Okay, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, tell me what you thought of Ant-Man. I know I'm a little bit lower than a lot of people are, but I don't want anyone to get me wrong. I liked the movie. I think there was a lot of really great parts, but there were some parts that I just couldn't really get behind. Also, subscribe so that way you don't miss this last week of March Marvel Madness, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!